alongside Lawrence Gibbs,
Yes.
as we're going to be talking about the Russtown Jazz Band free concert Saturday night. Brooks and Dunn here on your home for real country. We are Q94.1, 8:15 time-wise. Just fired up the Facebook live stream, so we're out there. The gentleman in there is Lawrence Gibbs. We're going to be talking about the Russtown Band Jazz concert this Saturday night, but also I want to put you in the host position, but my co-host for the Lincoln Parish Museum launched a YouTube page, and Lawrence and I do this feature that you can go and see on the Lincoln Parish Museum's YouTube page called Sounds Like Edison. And why did we call it Edison, Lawrence?
Well, because in the Lincoln Parish Museum stays a perfectly mint condition 1912 Edison phonograph, which was the biggest shock of my life, I think.
1912 Edison phonograph in mint condition. Not only that, 140 plus records from
Yes.
1912 through the 20s.
To 1929. It went all the way up to some of the last ones he ever pressed are in that collection.
And the fun thing, and I encourage folks, go find the YouTube page and just watch a couple. Lawrence does extensive research, and then we play a song. And I call it a time machine because there's no electricity. And when people come to visit the museum, their face changes. I'm going to get a Edison cam because, everybody smiles, and I don't care how old you are. So that's just a treat. Let's get to focus here there, Lawrence.
Yes.
The Russtown Band free concert check it, the jazz band as opposed to the Russtown Band.
Right.
At the Dixie, Saturday night at 7. Explain Russtown Band concept because you're all volunteers.
Exactly. Back many years ago, I guess now, 1993, we put this band together because there just seemed we needed something, live music of some kind in Ruston. And there was a kind of resurgence during that time it was nationwide, of community bands being formed, and especially small towns caught on. Mm-hmm. And it ended, we said, why not try? At that time, we had a very strong talent base in Ruston. And so my friend Oscar Barnes, who was the director of bands at Ruston High, had been long retired into that, decided to come back out of retirement and be our director, and just really helped us get this thing started back in the day. Now, in 1995, we decided to do a small subgroup of this band and call it the Russtown Jazz. Mm-hmm. We just call it the Jazz because it can be anything from a jazz trio.
Oh, so it's not a band,
but
it is a band.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it can be anything from a jazz trio, all
Gotcha.
the way up to this 20-piece big band that we have right now.
7 o'clock this Saturday. It's free, and it will be chilled in the lobby. But yet, Lawrence, it's a benefit for the Dixie Center for the Arts, the Dixie Theater. Explain that, because I have you standing in front of an old Dixie theater photograph that was in disrepair and dilapidation, but the community came together and have not only got it restored, but now it's thriving, but it doesn't ever stay thriving unless it's sustained.
Unless it's sustained, and that's what we really need to do now. Back in 2005, I was around with the Russtown Jazz and my own professional band that I put together. For 5 years, we were part of their yearly season, and the New Dixie, as I called it, was just an amazing thing. I fell in love with it then. All the way back into the 90s, our Russtown Band played our Christmas at the Dixie concerts there before it was restored. In 1998, the man came on stage after our concert and says, "Okay, y'all clean out because we're getting ready to have to shut it down. It's got to be restored."
So you were the last performance?
In 1998 Christmas.
Really?
And the guy walked on stage, and there might have been other things that happened, but
the reason why I'm saying, because I know the condition. Wait, 98?
Yeah, it was Christmas of '98 was the last time
Okay.
our band played for 5 years, 7 years.
All right.
Because then we came back and played in 2005 and got back with our
Wait,
series.
there's two things now. That's the second Renaissance, because I did a play with the Louisiana Center for the Blind, and literally there were holes in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And the gentleman's name who operated, Jimmy. Anyway, can't remember it, but.
Can't believe I can't think
And
of that
so it was still open, and but then it was closed down to get the funding to get it
Yes.
open again. So the one you're talking about is to restore it even more. That's what I'm thinking. But we won't go there. Let's stay focused on your music.
Right. Well,
Brag about the band.
Well, here we are. We're just trying to get past what we've had to endure for the last couple of years, and everybody is full tilt on this thing. And so what I've found out, I've just now rolled off the board of the Dixie. For the last 3 years, we've been getting this thing post-COVID, I guess, and it's just a great success. A lot of improvements have happened over the last couple of years. I think close to $250,000 have been spent in repairs to solidify all of the infrastructure of the building. Now what we need now is the upkeep that you have to have to keep it where we have it. And so all I know is the place is one of the finest venues, in my opinion, for live big band music, because it's a stage setting made just almost perfect for the dimensions of the auditorium, and the stage are perfect for a 20-piece big band.
All right, so it's not going to be a 20-piece big band. What can folks expect come Saturday night, 7 o'clock, at the free fundraising concert at the Dixie?
Nancy Bergeron is going to be our MC for this event. I'm going to actually be playing in the band and counting us off.
What instrument? Because you play multiples.
Well, I'll be on clarinet, tenor sax, and alto sax.
Wow.
And so it is. We'll just go ahead and have a great time with this concert. It's going to show the development of big band music from the 1930s. We were so honored to get the library of the Debonaires group. They gave it to me personally, and they knew that I was going to use it as the basis of our Russtown Band Library.
And I'm flashing up a poster from last year, so some of that music will be in. You're not going to go into this whole set list because you want to have a surprise list for folks when they come.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to start with the traditional stuff, and the second half, just see how it develops. We're just going to show how big bands modernized into the 2000s, and I'll play some stuff for the band.
All right, so we're going to go back to the radio. We'll keep the live stream going with more information. Lawrence Gibbs this Saturday night at the Dixie. It's free at 7 o'clock, and it is the Russtown Jazz.
Yes.
And I'll just leave
The Russtown
the
Jazz.
pause there. Lawrence, thanks for everything that you do, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. 8:23 for the radio audience, as we are going to Emmy Lou here on your home for Real Country, Q94.1. All right, so we are still live streaming there, Lawrence.
Very good, okay,
So you
sure.
can talk to the camera. And what else do we want to say to the folks who are watching now and or going to watch later? What do you want to tell them?
Okay. I think that we're enjoying the reformation almost of this band. I know we were down for a couple of years because people couldn't have concerts and things like that. Some of our former members have, let's say, aged out or have decided to retire, and so we've got a bit of fresh blood in the band. Mm-hmm. And so we are just going to take our talent and run with it as best we can. We're really excited to have Adam Jones as our guest vocalist. He and I go back to his student days at Tech. I was the director of the jazz band there for 20-something years, I guess, and I was never so surprised as to walk into my jazz ensemble one day at the beginning of a new school year, and I had Jeremy Davis and Clay Johnson and Adam Jones walk in, and just excited as all get out about the jazz band. And they ended up being members of the Equinox Jazz Orchestra.
All right,
all of
and
that.
why don't we take a moment too, because Lawrence dropped a nugget on me here right before we went on the radio, and give honor where honor is due. Is
Oh,
it a
yes.
music teacher
Yes.
of the state of Louisiana?
I think it's
Tell the
a
camera
statewide.
who. Brag on them.
Okay, well, our lead alto player for this concert is Miss Corey Craig from Bossier City, and she was one of my former students at alto sax, and she can play bari sax just as good as anybody. But Corey has been in the music education field since she got her degree from Tech and got other degrees and things, but she has been a director over in Bossier City at one of the junior highs, and it just skips my mind right now, but she won the junior high school teacher of the year.
Awesome.
The whole thing, and so congratulations to Corey Craig.
And she'll be
and she'll be sitting right in the middle of the chair, the mid chair of the section. So we're very pleased to have her and many others. We've got people that we've got doctors, we've got veterinarians. Greg Thomas is our veterinarian. That is the bari sax player, and we've got Scott Smith.
and they're all going to be volunteers on stage this
Yep.
Saturday night for Rusttown Jazz.
Yep, this
All
group
right.
is just nothing but volunteer folks, and we do it because we love it. And
Awesome.
that's it.
Take what you're seeing here and help us help more. Just push it on out there. You know the drill. Lawrence Gibbs, I'm Rick Godley, All Things Local. We are the Q 94.1, and our business is to help your business by turning great radio listeners into customers. Our mission is to help your mission by turning great radio listeners and viewers into sponsors of the Dixie and attendants to All Things Local. So there you have it. Thank you, Lawrence.
Absolutely, man.